So do you think the fact that you don't really watch a ton of stand-up has actually been good in the context of keeping you original?
Yes, it has. What I use to influence me, because you need some sort of
Reference
or something to get into your head to go, I actually listen to a lot of serious podcasts or serious discussions with doctors, psychologists. So with this show, when I was your age, there's a lot of discussion about the differences between kids today versus the way we grew up. But I tried to understand why that is, right? So I listen to a lot of podcasts about children with anxiety, the differences between the kids today and when we were growing up, but not funny podcast, like serious psychologists and doctors talking about this kind of stuff, because that gives me it gives me a thread that I can then go, I reckon I can make this funny. Okay, like a perfect example you would have seen the other night. Today so many doctors and psychologists are saying that the problem with kids today is that they've got those helicopter parents which hover over the kids, making sure they're all right. So I grabbed that simple concept, which is nothing funny about that, and said, well, what did we have? Our parents weren't around. So what is something, so you've got a helicopter because it hovers. What is something that's around but not around? A submarine. We had submarine parents. No one knew where they were. They were there, but no one, see, and that's how I write a gag.
Yeah, that's a great joke, by the way.
Thanks.
Your show, the premise of the show is basically, like you said, the difference between the way kids are growing up today, the way you grew up. You're a father now yourself.
Yeah.
Have you ever had moments where you're like, man, I'm just like my dad?
100%.
Yeah.
In fact, that's all I know. And this is going to be another bit that I'm going to do, not for this show, probably for another one, but I know there's a lot of humour in this. Yes, I have become my dad, and like a lot of us have become our dads. And we're finding that we are becoming our dads. But that is all we know, Ray. So I know the way that I turned out. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm not wayward either. But that is all I know. So if I can be my dad to my son, I know that at least hopefully he'll turn out all right. Yes, there are certain things. There are certain things that you have to pull up on. But I see it when my dad's around. My dad will reprimand my son the way he used to do it with me. And I go, hey, but out of it, because you used to do that with me and I didn't like it.
Right.
Like, my dad's really overprotective.
You mentioned in the show that he's mellowed out a lot.
He's mellowed out, yeah.
That has happened? That wasn't just for the show?
No, he has happened. Yeah, he has mellowed out.
But he's still got those moments.
When he says to my daughter, I love you, I miss you, that is an absolutely true story. That story that I told, he told her in 10 minutes, I love you, I'm proud of you. No, first he said, I'm proud of you, I love you, and I miss you. My dad once told me he was proud of me, and I was 47.
Wow.
And I was married. On the day that I got married, in his speech, he said he's proud of me. 47 kids, 47 years.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of things to be proud of, right?
Yeah. Not bragging, but...
I'm not bragging, but I've done a lot of things to be proud of. My daughter, she does really well in Taekwondo. No, very proud for you.
Maybe you're going to take up Taekwondo. You ever thought about that? Whose ass are you kicking? No one.
I'm going to take up UFC.
Yeah,
we'll see how proud he is then. Yeah.